All right, so song 10.
10. 10.
Tore Up from the Floor Up.
Tore Up from the Floor Up.
Let's start with the title of the song.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
It's a military term.
Okay.
Most of my family are military people, and such honor and respect, that I have for servicemen and women. Was it the words that came first or the riff?
I believe the riff.
I think it was the riff. We started playing with the riff at rehearsal, and it was like, oh my God, that's like an AC/DC Bon Scott kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that was my original thought, I think. So then it was like, wow, this could be really cool. Like, it needs some lyrics that would have that, that adrenaline, or testosterone, whatever you want to call it. So I thought, hey, I've always wanted to write something for the military, but all the military songs that are out there, very patriotic and they're beautiful. But I didn't want to go that direction,
Doesn't match the theme of what you do.
No, definitely not. So, anyway, I wanted to write more of a song in the perspective of special forces or the SEAL team, riding into battle, and they got to go in and do a job, and their job is to blow the place to pieces, like that or not, agree with that or not, that's their job, right? So, but, my hopes was that they might, put the song on while they're in the helo,
Inspiration.
Yeah, riding into battle. And I kind of reminded me of like that song, that movie Predator, where they're actually playing Little Richard, I think, in the helicopter while they're riding. They're flying into to repel from the helicopter in the movie Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
man, it's been such a long time since I've seen that movie.
Such a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
But I can't remember that scene.
But yeah, they're listening to Little Richard, and it was and they have a boom box, like bungee corded, and I'm like, they wouldn't even hear that boom box how loud a Huey helicopter is, there's no way. But it's a movie, so I was like, that was my thought, was like, wow, this would be really cool, if they ever got a chance to hear it, maybe they would like it,
Yeah.
It's just, hey, we appreciate y'all,
The cool thing about this too is that you interviewed a bunch of military people.
Yes. So that was the other idea. When Erin and I were talking about it, it was like, it'd be really cool if we could write lyrics that weren't so obvious of what the song is about. So, hey, maybe there's a bunch of military terms. So I started researching on the interwebs, and I talked to my brother, who's former Marine Corps. He's always a Marine, and our good friend Kenny, who's staff sergeant in the Army. He served in Iraq, and our buddy John Prusak, who works for the band now too.
Uncle George.
Yep, Uncle George was in Vietnam. I mean, anybody I could talk to about, like, hey, what military terms did they use? That because there's always something funny that the military would come up with, So the whole song is pretty much filled with military terms, and "Tore Up from the Floor Up" is them riding into battle to blow the place to pieces. But that's pretty much it. So
That's a journey.
It's a pretty heavy duty message, but
No, but it means
they got a heavy duty job, so it's like, it does. It means a lot to me. My voice teacher was in Vietnam. It's like we're all surrounded by people who served.
Mm-hmm.
How many people that didn't come home. It's just horrendous, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just only hope that the message gets to the people that we wrote it for, and they hear it and they're like, wait, I think they're singing about us, and that's what we are. We are.
I would say, times we've played the song that it's gotten a really good reaction from people.
It's a good rocker.
Yeah. So, the riff.
Yep.
Where'd that come from?
There's a pattern on the guitar of an E minor pentatonic scale. This is nerd talk.
At least you didn't say Mixolydian again.
No, I didn't say Mixolydian. But there's a flat 5. In this case, would be B flat. in the E minor pentatonic scale that Stevie Ray Vaughan used a lot in a lot of a blue note, and that was where I love that note in that scale. Yeah. So that's kind of where the riff, really originated from. Was really just an exercise pattern of using that scale.
Okay. And then it was we jammed on it over here at John's a bunch of times and found an arrangement for it. The cool ending. I love the ending of the song.
Me too.
I know originally John wanted to have it continue like a record from whatever the 70s where
would fade out.
Well, it wouldn't fade out, but it would just just
and, and that would keep going and fade out.
Yeah,
just doing that.
And then,
so at first you might think the record was skipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I guess practicality got the better of us, and we said, "Okay, let's just do it this many times, and then we'll end."
Well, I think also because we had to come up with an ending for live, and I think I think I heard that on my iPhone from rehearsal, and I was like, that's really cool too. Yeah, because it's just that absolute abrupt ending, it's cool.
So, any other parts of the tune that jump out at you? Anything about your approach that you did on the drums for that one? Or is it just a straight ahead rocker that's going to pound it out?
Well, I mean, it's a straight ahead rocker, but in the verses, I'm not really playing a straight ahead thing. It's really, the verses are all pretty much improvised. Like there's not, like I never play it the same. You guys probably noticed.
Yeah.
I never played the same ever. So, it's but yeah, it's just keeping the energy up, keeping it driving. And,
Sure. I love what Aaron did with the harmonies too, because it wasn't harmonies. It really turned.
It's actually a dual lead.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's what it turned into.
Right. So
it was her idea.
For the verses, I don't know why.
Did it just feel right at the time, or was it a?
Yeah, I heard something recently when we were working on it, and I was like, man, that dual lead thing is pretty cool. I was like, we need a song like that. And then when we were doing this one, I was like, this one could work with this.
Was it that Bob Seger kid out of Denver?
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking of.
Could be that, or maybe it was a Chris Stapleton. I don't know. It was something I was listening to at the time, and I was just thinking we needed something that was kind of it's like a lead harmony, because I'm not singing lead. I'm singing the backup like it is a lead.
Yep. And it's also, we kind of thought it was going to be close to the end of the record anyway.
Yeah.
Of a complete, it's like, hey, we're all in this together. Let's kick some ass here.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it all out there.
Yeah. And Wade's on the last rocker tune with the Hammond, and it sounds great.
Is. Oh, he kills that.
Yeah.
That's it's a great way to end the full band.
So he's playing B3 through a Leslie, or
yes, correct.
So that was over at his place, just
mic
them up.
So the keyboards. So I know we've talked about this in the previous episodes, but we recorded all the music, the music live, except for most of the keyboards were done at Matt Wade's home studio.
Yeah,
just because he couldn't be there for the whole sessions, and he wasn't there with us when we wrote the song. So him trying to learn everything on the spot. He did it for the one song. For work.
He did a great job.
Wake Up and Live, but
and it was funny. Like he's been on the road with Samantha Fish, so. We had like a weekend when he was going to be home, and I was like, okay, we're recording this day. Yeah. You have to get them all done.
You have to do all these songs.
All of this one day. Let's go.
And we also,
he did it.
He did it. And we also strategically, for two reasons, picked out, hey, Wade's going to play on these songs and not these other ones. We're not going to have any keys on these other songs. Why? Because when you come see us live, we don't necessarily have a keyboard player with us all the time.
I don't know. That wasn't like the sole reason. It was more... You were kind of going for like some of the Van Halen thing.
And there was that
too. You just wanted it to be without keys sometimes.
Yeah.
Raw guitar, bass, drums.
Sometimes, it's nice to have it just breathe like that on its own, where it's not, all hands on deck.
And you think of a lot of the stuff that influenced you growing up would be like 3-piece Cream,
Yeah.
3-piece Van Halen, 3-piece Jimi Hendrix Experience,
Sure.
3-piece Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, he eventually
ZZ
got keyboards, but
ZZ Top. Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's guitar, bass, drums, guitar, bass, drums. It's like sort of that rock and roll formula.
And how important that was for the three of us to record that way.
Yeah.
And now it's like, we're never going back. That's how everything has to be done. Mm-hmm. There's just no way. Like, why would we want to go back to
piecemealing it?
Yeah, tracking it and forget that. That's nonsense.
I'm not a big fan.
No.
But I'm a big fan of this song.
Me too. I think it came out great. You know,
I do too.
Our live performance, Aaron and I doing a lot of the biker rallies, started playing the national anthem
into this
a la Hendrix style, but not as elaborate, I would say. So we started doing that, leading into the tour Up From the Floor Up, which I think is a nice tribute to the troops.
Yeah, man. We did that down in Florida at the there was a blues festival.
Jacksonville.
Spring in the Blues.
Spring in the Blues, that was it. And
everybody stood up.
The whole crowd got up on their feet for that, and then the tune just rocked really hard.
Yeah.
It was a great ending to the set.
Made a big stinky at the end.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. So, I'm not sure there's much more to say about that tune.
No, that's it, man. It's just, hey, it's our tribute, appreciation to military folk, and hope that you guys like it. Hope you guys get a chance to hear it and like it as much as we liked writing it.
10 up, 10 down.
This is time.